Does posture matter when we're talking about pain and injury? We're going to get into this and we're going to talk about what posture is and what posture isn't. My name is Justin. I am the founder of Symmetry of Motion, and I have been using posture as a guiding force to helping people get out of and prevent pain and injury. Now, first things first, what is posture? This is a fun question that I've asked a lot of people over time. It's the first thing that people do. They go, well, it's how you hold yourself. It's like your position. If you were to actually look this up, Google it, it's the position that you hold your body in, right? It's a verb. Posture is something that you do. But if I was to tell you to completely relax, where would everything go? If you were to take 200 people, any number of people, stand them in a line and have all of them relax, every single one of them would relax in a slightly different position. Real posture isn't how you hold yourself, how you force yourself. Real posture is actually the position that your body goes in when you're not holding anything at all, when you are completely relaxed. We know that posture in today's world, because of technology, sedentary lifestyles, right? Posture as a whole is worse today than it ever was in the past. How you move and do things on a regular basis will change the way that your body works. Posture is a byproduct of how we move, specifically referring to the balance of tension in our body. Because what does position our body? It's the muscles, fascia, bones, nervous system, right? We think of biomechanics. That's what moves us, holds us upright. How can we prove that movement will change our posture? Well, let me ask you this. If I was to go to the gym every single day and I was to bench press, and that's it, just bench press every single day, how long do you think it would take? You could pick me out from the crowd. What would I look like? Probably like this, right? Anybody that knows movement, understands movement, would probably tell you, yeah, you probably shouldn't be bench pressing and that's it every single day. It could probably lead to pain and injury. Why is that? Because training that way is completely out of balance. For example, if I start to bench press every single day and then my arms and shoulders and body starts to conform this way, because that's the way that I trained my muscles to work this way. So I want you to get into this position. What I want you to do is, now I want you to try to reach your arms overhead. Oh, and now it's really hard. I can't actually go more than this right here. What happened is I lost efficiency, right? My shoulders don't work the same. In order for a shoulder to be able to work optimally, properly, right? There is an efficient level of balance of tension in the muscles to allow me to move more efficiently. And when I'm not moving efficiently, what can happen? Well, let's say I'm trying to reach up and grab this object up here and I can't move very well, and now I pulled a neck muscle, right? The body's quite a fascinating structure. Well, if I can't move very well this way, I've lost efficiency here. What the body can end up doing is going, okay, well, I'll just make it up somewhere else. So instead of bending more up here, I'll extend from way down here, and now I can kind of get up here a little bit more. This is what's called compensation, right? The body can shift the responsibility of things around. Seems to work better. Now, there are still some people that might say, well, hey, nobody's bodies are perfectly balanced, so therefore balance doesn't matter. Now, let me ask you, if you go back into here, how much harder is life going to be having to move like this? We know that balance matters, and that's why I can't just go to the gym and only bench press every single day and do nothing else, because that's going to take my body deeper out of balance. Now, it is true that I don't need to be perfect, right? I could actually go and bench press every day in the gym, and I'm not just going to get injured right away. The truth is I could probably last that way for some time. What's going to end up happening as my body keeps going more and more and more into that direction, my body is really smart. It'll find ways to be able to live life. How much harder are those things going to be? How long am I going to be able to do that until those compensations, right? Those compensation patterns start catching up. They start adding up. Where I start bending too much from down here, I'm starting to get patterns of overuse too much in certain areas because of the inefficient movement. Things start to get wear and tear, right? And then eventually one day, just the right movement at the right time, and boom, I herniate a disc, or I start having degenerative disc issues, right? And I start having inflammation and pain. When we look at sports, it's very clear to see, if you know what you're looking at, see the difference between the posture and mechanics of a football player versus a cyclist versus a tennis player. When we play a sport, we have this repetitive strain in the same ways, and that throws our body, that shifts our body in the scale of balance one direction. There's something to be said about going too far in that direction when you think about the amount of injuries that we have in sports. So maybe there is a line where maybe it's okay to tip a little bit forward in that scale to be a little bit more advantageous at that sport. But I would argue that it's not necessarily better for longevity and better function overall. So posture is just a visual representation of that. It's a tool that we can use to see how far in which direction your body is going. Whether or not you're going to be dealing with pain or injury just depends on how long are you going to be able to move in that inefficient way based on the demands of your lifestyle. Posture is the only thing that matters there. Your nutrition matters, right? Your psychology matters, your stress levels matter, hydration, all these things matter. But it doesn't change the fact that this is less efficient, right? And when we think about all of these things put together, the question of where does that injury occur has everything to do with the balance of tension in your body and the way that your body functions. I can better predict where an injury might take place based on the way that your body functions. I can't 100% do that because there's so many ways that it can compensate. So unique to the many, many variables of your lifestyle. But if you're somebody that's dealing with chronic pain and injury, your body's out of balance enough in comparison to everything that you've been asking it to do. Now the next thing is, what parts of your body are involved in posture? If you ask most people, the answer that we really get is often, well, it's the spine. It's the things around the spine. Posture's really been reduced to a box kind of from here to here. We need to zoom out. What influences this? Well, with the feet, the legs, the arms, everything in the system works together as a unit. So when we're looking at posture, it's not just about the spine, right? We have to zoom out and look at the entire system. So how do we help people that are dealing with pain and injury? Well, if you're dealing with pain or injury, we know that your body's out of balance. And because your body is an organic, regenerative, living organism, it's capable of healing itself. But when pain continues to remain, or injuries, they're not healing, right? You keep getting injured. The problem is your body's still out of balance, especially relative to whatever it is that you're asking your body to do, preventing it from being able to heal. We don't actually treat the injury, right? We don't diagnose. We find out how your body is out of balance, and we use movement in order to restore balance. Just like there's no way of determining how far out of balance is required for you to all of a sudden start dealing with pain or injury. It's the exact same way restoring your body. How much balance needs to be restored in order for me to start like healing again? And that's, kind of different depending on who you are and your individual circumstances. But without a doubt, the body is designed to best heal and function the closer towards balance it gets. And that's how we help people. This is why I've been using posture as a guiding force, because it's just a tool among many other tools that I can use to understand how out of balance your body is, right? Functionally, mechanically, we can use that as a tool to bring your body back into balance using movement. So if that's you, you're dealing with pain or injury, follow me. I post tons of information on how to understand the different ways that posture can affect your body. We talk about different exercises, things you can do to make improvements there. And also, if you really want to get directly to the matter, join the Symmetry of Motion online program, which I created so that we can actually dive in and identify and assess your body, find out how it's out of balance, and give you the exact exercises that you need to do in order to restore balance back to your body so that you can heal and you can thrive. You can get back out into your life and do whatever it is that you want to do without whatever compensation exists there, or reducing enough of it so that you can do those things successfully without all the wear and tear. So there you go. That's why posture is really important. It matters. Like this video. If you thought it was informative, follow me. See you guys later.